welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming and joining me today. I'm finally making a Fahrenheit 451 follow-up. This is going to be the rest of the book. Read the book, don't watch the movie. So first off, I'm going to give a really quick rundown in 10 steps the plot of this book. This whole plot is about knowledge is power. That is like very important big thing about this book. Knowledge is power. And this plot is following Montag and his curiosity journey to realizing that knowledge is power and understanding this dystopian government and world that he lives in. So in the first part of the book, which we already went over, Montag is married to a girl named Mildred. Mildred represents society, and we've already gone through all that good stuff. And while being married to her, he meets someone who is his neighbor named Clarice. Clarice is the complete opposite of Mildred. She is the complete opposite of society in general, and she ends up dying, and that is because she's the complete opposite of society. They had tried everything they'd done, the government, that they thought that just killing her off would be better, which usually happened with people who were nonconformists like her. They just end up disappearing. So after Clarice dies, we learn a lot about how much she affected Montag. She taught him a lot about himself and about how important it is to have knowledge, and he starts questioning everything around him. In particular, his chief or captain at the fire department where he works, Beatty, I'm gonna say Beatty. So Beatty has a lot of knowledge, and he knows about what the world was like before they were burning books. And Montag starts to question him, which makes Beatty a little concerned about Montag. And there wasn't a very important plot point where there's a lady who dies in her house with her books. And she says something along the lines like, I would rather die with my books than live in this society, which is so powerful because it just shows how important knowledge and books are, and having an understanding and an education and things like that are, and being versus having to live a way that you don't feel is right, and how she feels so passionately about books and knowledge and reading that she would rather die than live in this society. So at that house where that lady burned alive, Montag stole a book. So he starts this little baby book collection and ends up meeting a gentleman named Faber, or coming across this guy named Faber, who is very knowledgeable. He was like an English professor or something like that way back in the day. And Montag meets him, and they come up with this plan on how they can end Beatty. And before that can happen, Mildred, Montag's wife, rats his books out to Beatty. And Beatty ends up going to his house and trying to light it on fire, lights it on fire. Montag ends up breaking his leg in some way. I think the hound got to him. And Montag ends up killing Beatty in the house, or in their front yard. I mean, Montag's on the run from the police and stuff, and they end up finding someone who looks like him that they chase after and get, and Montag's set free, which it just isn't right, but that's the way it is. And Montag ends up finding a place called the Granger Men, and they all read, and they are very separate from society. They live far away, like across the river, and Montag and all these people end up seeing this dystopian society burn. So with that super quick rundown, let's get into characters.